Let's get a reminder about our behavior on the buses.
Hello, Westlake students. Your safety is of the utmost importance to us. It's very important that you feel safe coming to and from school as well as while you're here at school.
Hi guys, I want to remind you that having transportation services is a privilege, right? It's not a right, it's a privilege, and we're happy to provide that privilege to you guys as long as we're being safe and respectful to our peers.
And for that very reason, we are going to address our needs of a school for your bus safety here in this video.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gaddy. I'm the Director of Transportation for the Granite School District. I'm the person who's in charge of all the school buses that you ride to school. Granite Transportation understands that Westlake Junior High had a pretty big event happen where the school was destroyed by an earthquake. One of our main goals every day is to get the entire Westlake student body from West Valley City all the way up to the old Westbrook campus to go to school each day. In order for us to be able to do that, we just need you to do a couple of things for us. And so we're going to cover those things. Know this, the only thing more important to us than transporting you to school is transporting you to school safely. So we're just going to cover a couple of things on a video today so that we all kind of understand what the expectations are.
Dr. Gaddy and I are going to review the expectations for when you're on a bus going to and or from school. Let's start with when you're outside. Before you get on the bus, make sure that all items that are not needed for the bus ride are put away. This includes water bottles and other items. They need to be put away and not out on the bus ride.
All right, guys, the great news about school bus rules is they're super easy. There's nothing real hard about it. Rule number 1 is be safe, be kind, and be on time. This means safety is the most important thing. That's why it's the first thing of the first rule. That means we're not running around the bus, we're not roughhousing in the bus. The driver has all of the open road that they've got to be paying attention to, and if they're distracted taking care of your business, they could be involved in a very bad accident and really hurt a lot of people. So we want to be safe, be kind. Folks, be kind to each other, be kind to the driver, be kind to yourself, be kind to other motorists. Don't throw things out the window, don't do things like that. Those are problems when those things happen. And then be on time. We always encourage you to be to your stop 3 to 4 minutes before the posted time. That way, if traffic's extremely light that day, we're not holding up traffic on a main road waiting for you to get there. All right, rule number 2 is be respectful. All of us know what it feels like when people are respectful to us, and we're just asking you to be respectful to everybody on the bus. Your friends, kids that you know from school, the bus driver. If you're respectful to everybody, generally we don't have a lot of problems on the bus. So remember to be respectful.
Number 3 of the rules, as you see, is kaifuti. Just like at our school, we got to keep our hands, feet, and body parts to ourselves. That way everyone travels in safety without harm, and so just keep your body parts to yourself when you're on the bus.
Rule number 4 is back pockets on the seat. Here's what that means. You see this person sitting there? That means that my back pockets are sitting on the seat and I'm facing forward. My knees are not in the aisle, nothing's hanging in the aisle. The reason we do this, just so you understand, is school buses are built with what's called compartmentalization as a safety feature. There's no seat belts on school buses, and we get that question a lot. Here's how school buses are designed to work. If we get into a collision, I'm gonna go forward, this seat will bend and throw me back into my seat, and that is in a replacement of a seat belt. It's called compartmentalization. If you're not seated with your back pockets on the seat, compartmentalization will not work, and you could be injured in the event of a school bus accident. So please help us keep you safe by having your back pockets on the seat.
The last rule is to use your inside voice. So when you're on a bus, it is okay for you to talk to your friend, but the whole bus doesn't need to hear your conversation. So please be mindful of using an inside voice, meaning that we're not shouting, we're not yelling, and also please remember to use appropriate language when you're on the bus so that everyone's able to have an enjoyable time when they're on their bus getting home from their day or on their way to school at the start of the day.
All right, so now that we've reviewed all of the expectations, we want to talk about what happens when we don't follow the expectations for safety on a school bus. It's really a simple kind of a 3 strikes, like a baseball analogy. And I'm just going to show you this bus conduct write-up form, and I know you probably can't see it real good. But what basically happens is the first time that you violate the rules of the bus, your driver more than likely is going to give you a verbal warning. Hey, let's make sure we're sitting with our back pockets on the seat, or hey, let's use our inside voice. If we continue to do some of those things, your driver is going to issue to you a written citation. The first one's just a warning, and it'll have a number 1. They'll fill in a number 1 that it's your first warning. And that's just a reminder to you, reinforces for you, I've got to change my behavior, I've got to fix it. It's between you and your parents at that point. If we continue to have problems with either the same student or the same behavior, we're going to issue a second one of these to you, and it's going to have a big number 2 written in here. And what that number 2 triggers here in my office is myself or one of my supervisors calls home and speaks to your parents about the behavior, and they'll cover both of the conduct violations you have. It's really important that you understand that on number 2, we give your parents the warning that if a third bus conduct violation is received, you're then suspended for increasingly longer amounts of time from the bus. That means your parents are going to have to get you back and forth to school, and man, you're a long ways away. It's not going to be very convenient for you. So we hope that number 1 violation, you're able to fix the behavior. At the very least, number 2 violation, you're able to fix the behavior, because starting on violation number 3 and going forward, the suspension goes from 3 days to 4 days to 5 days off of the bus. And so hopefully that gives you a good preview of what our expectations are and what happens if you violate those expectations. Again, the only thing more important for us than getting you to school is getting you to school safely. So have a great day. Go Mustangs.
So students, as you've seen throughout this video, we've all been involved in creating this video about safety, because at the end of the day, as your principal, I care about you, I care about your safety. I want you to be at school. I want you to be able to travel to and from school safely, and also in a way that is pleasant, that you're not in danger or uncomfortable as you're coming to school. So please be courteous to one another. And as we've discussed, there are consequences if you don't. But more importantly, just do the right thing. Be courteous, be kind, follow those rules, and let's be positive on the buses and follow those rules so everyone gets to and from school safely.